Moving next to another game there in the noon window. It's the Tennessee Volunteers taking on the Syracuse Orange. This game will be 12 o'clock Eastern time on ABC. Tennessee, fresh off a 10-3 season. Amazing run, 6-2 in the SEC, berth in the inaugural 12-team college football playoff. Josh Heupel has officially restored the glory that is Tennessee football. They've kind of set a new standard, 3 straight seasons of 9 or more wins. We haven't seen that in quite a while. Now, this offseason was a little tumultuous. Unexpected transfer of their quarterback and Nico Iamaleava, who decided to transfer to UCLA in what was a very high-profile and dramatic saga, if you will. And his exit was kind of compounded the issues that they had losing big-time contributors off last year's team, like edge rusher James Pierce, second-round defensive tackle departure Omar Norman Lott, and what I think was their best player on their team last year in Dylan Sampson, their running back. So kind of a off-season of turnover, an off-season of chaos, I guess, if you will. But I'm still bullish on Tennessee in the long term this season. I think they'll be better for the departure of Iamaleava in the long term, maybe not so much in the short term. Meanwhile, Syracuse, a lot of turnover on their side as well. They had one of the most incredible rises under first-year head coach Fran Brown last year, a program that had struggled with consistency for a really long time. They go and reel off a 10-3 record. They also kind of rewrote the record books up there with Kyle McCord, who set the ACC record with nearly 4,800 passing yards. But McCord, along with the leading rusher, their top 3 receivers, they're all gone. So what does that mean? It means we have 2 teams that we're going to find out a lot about this weekend, that's for sure. Let's start with Tennessee's Joey Aguilar. This guy's been around for a lot. We've seen him for a while. We've seen him play a lot of football at Appalachian State. Had that brief offseason stop at UCLA. Iamaleava transfers in. Aguilar transfers out. He ends up where Iamaleava departed from. Good setup for Tennessee, that's for sure. You get a veteran that's played a lot of football. Now, he has seen a ton. He is no stranger to this game at the FBS level. He's got 24 career starts, thrown for over 6,700 yards, 56 touchdowns. His experience does come with a little bit of a caveat. He is a little bit turnover prone. He's thrown 24 interceptions over the last 2 years, including 14 picks in just 11 games last season. So they got to coach that out of him here in what should be a quarterback-friendly offense. On the other side is Syracuse's Steve Angeli. He is a Notre Dame transfer. Now, while Kyle McCord was aggressive, pushing the ball downfield, high-volume thrower, Steve Angeli is a game manager, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. He's had 21 appearances for Notre Dame, was really, really efficient and terrific at protecting the football. He completed nearly 73% of his passes, 770 yards, 10 touchdowns, only 1 interception. He's really poised, he's really accurate, and he makes great decisions. Question number 1, how effective will Tennessee's passing attack be? Now, they got to replace a lot of their receiving production from a year ago, but I'm really excited about Mike Matthews, who was at one point a 5-star recruit, has shown some flashes throughout the course of his freshman year. Now, stepping into a possible number 1 role, he should take a huge step. I also like Braylon Staley, who's got a lot of speed coming out of the slot. And then maybe it's this year that Tulane transfer Chris Brazzell, big body, legitimate dude on the outside that can win some contested catches. Maybe this is the year that he reaches his potential. So I think the receiver core should be pretty good. But if you look at the strength of what Syracuse has coming back, it might be in their secondary. Their safety spot is one of the deepest in the ACC. They have a lot of experience. They have some playmakers, Deuce Chestnut, Devin Grant, and Barry Buxton. Those 3 guys combined to create what should be a formidable back end for the Orange. Let's go to question 2. What about the Syracuse's passing attack? All right, they lost their top 3 pass catchers, Aronde Gatson, Trevor Pena, and Jackson Meeks. They're all gone. And the new primary weapons are going to be Darryl Gill and Justice Ross Simmons. And then they also have Jonte Cook, who is a really talented transfer from Texas. He could very well become the number 1 guy as the season goes along. Now, the strength of the defense for Tennessee might be in the secondary. They are anchored by a great corner in Jermod McCoy, who was an AP second-team All-American last year. McCoy has been a true lockdown corner. He did get injured in the spring, so we'll monitor him closely Assuming he can go, assuming he plays up to his potential, that's massive because he can lock down one side of the field. It's a deep group, though, across the board with Ricky Gibson back on the other side and a couple of really solid safeties as well. Let's go to question number 3. Who controls the tempo in the game? I think Tennessee wants to turn this into a track meet. I think they want to run it. They want to ramp it. They want to utilize tempo. They want to make sure they're able to create good looks in the run game to take some of the pressure off Joey Aguilar. I think Syracuse's best path to victory might be to kind of slow things down. Turn this into a bit of a methodical, grind it out, keep away style of attack. Because if their offense is on the field, that means Heupel's offense is on the sideline. And that's probably a good thing for Syracuse. Let's go to question 4. Which team will better be able to run the football? Now, we know that Syracuse has a lot of pretty talented transfer offensive linemen. But if you look at Tennessee's defensive front, led by Joshua Josephs and Bryson Eason, I think they could potentially dominate the line of scrimmage, which would lead to Syracuse becoming a little one-dimensional and potentially ineffective. Now, if you look at Tennessee, they are 23-0 under Josh Heupel when they rush for at least 180 yards in a game. Now, new look offensive line, which lost 4 starters off last season's team. This group still should be very, very solid across the board. They're very talented. They did a decent job in the portal, going out and getting guys that started at the Power 5 level last year. They also added a running back from Duke and Star Thomas that I really like. And the Orange got to replace a lot of production and leadership with their linebacker core and within their front. I'll take Tennessee in this game, but I think it has a chance to be a little bit closer than the experts might think.